Hello students and welcome to the online platform of our school. Here is your Miss Hemnatabad to provide you online classes, and today our topic is time. So students, firstly we are going to know how do we read time when the sun is in the sky. So let's enter into the text. The position of the sun in the sky tells us what time of the day it is. The position of the sun in the sky tells us what time of the day it is. So in the morning the sun rises in the east. We all know that the sun rises in the east. So what is the time of the day? The time is morning. We call it morning. As the sun rises high in the sky, it is midday or noon. So when the sun is just above our head, then the time is midday or noon. Midday is also called noon. Okay. When the sun moves towards the west, it is afternoon. So when the sun moves towards the west, but still it is here, then we call it afternoon. And we come back from school in the afternoon. The sun sets in the west in the evening. So we know that the sun rises in the east and the sun sets in the west. So when the sun sets in the west, it means then we cannot see sun in the sky. So the time is evening. We go out and play in the park. We also do our homework, right? So these all pictures will tell you what time of the day it is. So look at the pictures. You can see a girl is standing here and the sun is in the east. So the time is morning. Now the girl is here and the sun is just above her head. So the time is midday or noon. And the girl is here and sun is in the west. It is still here. It has moved towards the west. So it is afternoon, and we know that when the sun sets in the west completely, the time is evening. Okay, now we will know something new. So students, do you know we can see our shadow if we stand in the sun? Have you noticed in these pictures? Shadows are also formed here. In these three pictures, shadows are formed. Where? Here. So when we stand in the sun, we can see our shadow. So do you know our shadow is the long one when the time is morning and afternoon, and our shadow is the short one when the time is midday or noon. You can see these two shadows are the longest one. Okay, and it is the shortest one. So our shadow becomes long when the time is morning and afternoon, and our shadow is the short one when the time is midday or noon. Okay, so students, do you know when the sun is in front of you, your body blocks some of the sun's rays and it causes a shadow to form behind you. Similarly, when you stand at the back of the sun, then your shadow will be formed in front of you. And if the sun is to your left, then the shadow forms to your right. Similarly, if the sun is to your right, then the shadow forms to your left. Okay, so as I told you, at noon, when the sun is just above our head, the shadow is the shortest and our shadow is the long one in the morning and in the afternoon. Okay, now we would know about night. We know it is night when we see the moon and the stars in the sky. So everyone knows it. When it is night, what do we see? We see moon and some twinkling stars in the sky, right? And the sun is no longer visible. We cannot see sun then, and it becomes dark all around, dark, right? So it is time to go to bed and we all sleep in the night. So telling the time, how do we read time? We express time in hours, minutes and seconds. So I also know that you are very familiar to this term, hours, minutes and seconds, because there is a chapter in your maths, right? We use clocks and watches to tell the time. So we read time using clocks and watches, right? So the face of a clock has three hands. They are the clocks, okay? And the face of a clock has three hands. How many hands? Three hands. There are also 12 numbers. And from 1 to 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 12 on a clock. A day has 24 hours. The small hand tells us what hour of the day it is. So in a clock there are three hands and the smallest one tells us what hour of the day it is. The biggest one, the biggest hand shows us the minute, and the long and thin hand shows us seconds. Okay. And as time goes by, the hands on the clock move from one number to another number. So we can read the time very easily. As there are 24 hours in a day, the small hand goes around the clock 2 times in one day. There are 60 minutes in each hour, so 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes and 60 seconds in each minute. It means 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. We write AM for time from midnight to noon and PM for time from noon to midnight. So students, we give a short name for the time that begins from midnight to noon and PM for the time from noon to midnight. So what is the full form of AM? AM means anti-meridiem. Anti-meridiem. A-N-T-E, anti-meridiem. M-E-R-I-D-I-E-M. Anti-meridiem. It means before noon. AM means before noon. So the full form is anti-meridiem. Similarly, the full form of PM is post-meridiem. Post-meridiem. That means afternoon. Okay. So in this way we write AM for the time from midnight to noon and PM for time from noon to midnight. Okay. We may be getting up at 6 a.m. and getting ready for school. We may be doing our homework at 6 p.m. So 6 a.m. means before noon and 6 p.m. means afternoon, right? PM and AM. We also know AM means before noon and PM means afternoon. So what are the full forms of both these AM and PM? AM means anti-meridiem and PM means post-meridiem. So students, you all have to learn the full form of AM and PM. You will write in this way in your book, okay? And you have to learn some shorts from these text, okay? Now move to the page number 57 and now I will discuss week, month and year. So we know that 7 days make 1 week, right? Every day of the week has a name, okay? So 7 days, there are 7 days in a week and every day of the week has a name. What are the names, you know? Yes, of course you all know. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So these are the 7 days of a week. Can you name them? 30 days make 1 month. So 1 month is equal to 30 days. So 30 days make 1 month. Some months may have 31 days. Yes, it is very surprising. There are 12 months in 1 year and 1 year is equal to 12 months. So we have known that some months may have 31 days. So which months have 31 days? January, March, May, July, August, October and December have 31 days. The months of April, June, September and November have 30 days. But we have left counting February. So what is about February? The month of February is the smallest. So it doesn't have 30 or 31 days. Even less than them. It has only 28 days. Okay. So notice you all have calendars hanged at your room, right? So you may notice it very clearly. So when all 12 months have passed, a year has gone by. So when the year starts with January, we know it. The year starts with January and it ends with the month of December. So when it is over, that means we have passed a year. A year has gone by. So a year has 365 days. So a year has 365 days. A year from now, we will be 1 year older. So 24 hours make a day, 7 days make a week, 30 or 31 days make a month and 12 months make a year. Okay students, now move to page 58 and calendar. This is a calendar, right? And a calendar is very helpful. How? A calendar shows us every month of the year. It shows every day of each month too. Calendars help us to remember holidays and other important dates. So a calendar is very helpful. We use a calendar to find out how much time has gone by, right? So in this way, calendar is very helpful to us. So students, it is a very new topic here. What? Leap year. Do you know a leap year has 366 days? Generally, a common year has 365 days. We all know, but a leap year has 366 days. It means a leap year has 1 day extra. The month of February in a leap year has 29 days instead of the usual 28 days. We know in a general year, the month of February holds 28 days, but when the year is a leap year, then the month of February holds 1 day extra. It means 29 days. Okay. So students, a leap year comes after 4 months. It means, do you know, if you notice your calendar, you will know that 2020 is a leap year because the month of February has 29 days. Similarly, as it comes after 4 years, then 2024, 2028 will be leap year, and then if you notice, the month of February will have 29 days instead of 28 days. So the month, the day which is extra and it is added in the month of February, so the day is a leap day and the year is called a leap year. So students, this is our lesson. I hope you have enjoyed your class. So till we meet in the next class, you all read this text nicely and try to find out some short questions by your own. Thank you.